everyone, I'm Geminelle. I'm a singer-songwriter, and this is Behind the Grind.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Behind the Grind. I'm your host, Missy Breezy. Remember, if you liked tonight's episode or any other episode, please hit that like and subscribe button. Alright, with us today we have a very, very special guest. She's a singer and a songwriter. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to Geminelle. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Very good, actually.
Good.
Actually, let me start off by asking you, when did you first get involved in music?
I've been singing since I was a little kid. But I got picked up by a management company when I was like 12 or 13 after singing the national anthem for my 6th grade promotion, and started singing with this girls group. But ended up going solo and kind of just continued from there.
So, you said a girls group? What was the name of the...
It was called Miss. It never really went anywhere. So it was just kind of like my first introduction into the music industry.
Wow. Okay, So right now, what's your next project? Like, are you going to be singing next? Are you... doing this professionally? Do you want to take off with this? Or
I definitely would love to perform professionally and create, obviously, professionally. Right now I'm working on a project called Audiobook. I started it in San Diego with a couple of producers, and then I moved here, so it's kind of been difficult getting back to work with them, but things are slowly but surely kind of coming together. So working on a project with them, working on some production of my own, and just kind of building in my own craft, so learning how to play more and learning how to engineer myself, and
What instruments do you play?
I play the ukulele and guitar, and then obviously vocals. So
wait, what is that? What is that?
A ukulele?
Guitar? Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that.
So a ukulele it's known to like Pacific Islander cultures, specifically Hawaii. It's kind of like a guitar, I suppose, but it has less strings and plays in a different key. So normally you see like big Islander guys playing like these little.
So that's that big wide one with the little skinny.
I'm not sure.
Oh.
No, that's a banjo.
Oh, okay.
The ones that are real round with like a long neck.
Yeah.
No, it's just a little different, but ukuleles always get confused for banjos.
I'm still gonna be confused, but that's okay. So tell me, who inspired you to do this?
I guess mostly musicians who preceded me, female vocalists specifically. I first fell in love with music around the time that Mariah Carey was big. Yeah, when she was big, I knew every word to every song. Lauryn Hill, I think, was what really pushed the limits for me. I really wanted to be someone who was just lyrically inspiring like she was.
Oh, Lauryn Hill, really? I mean, she's not bad, but Mariah to me tops the level of her voice.
Very, very different categories. And as a vocalist, Mariah Carey definitely, she's up there.
She really
but Lauryn Hill as a lyricist was what I fell in love with.
Okay. Now, anyone in your family, are they musicians or is it just you?
I have some musical family members. My mom and dad, they both have really good voices. They don't sing. They're not like pursuing it or anything. And then I have my sister-in-law, her younger sister, same age as me. And she taught me how to play the ukulele, and so we would have jam sessions all the time, and that was really what inspired me to kind of pick up an instrument for myself.
Okay, now have you performed anywhere? Any concerts?
I've performed all over California, which is pretty cool. I'm new to New York, so I'm still kind of getting my feet wet out here, but I've had some performances in Manhattan and Brooklyn and Long Island.
Big places, okay.
Yeah, so it's been good since I've been here. I've only been here like 3 months now. So
what made you move to New York?
Just better opportunities, a change of pace, love, life, music, all of the above.
Got you. So what inspires you?
What life inspires me. Just all of the things that I experience, that I deal with, life lessons that have been kind of brought to me. Those things are definitely what I write about.
What inspires you to write your music? Now, do you write your own?
Yes, I write all my own music. What inspires me to write? I feel like I have a message to give. I feel like I'm 26, so I feel like for my age I've experienced a lot. Okay. And so even just in conversations with people, I feel like I have a lot of knowledge to shed, and so in that, music helps me to kind of have a medium to share that. And yeah, it's just something I feel like I've been called to do.
Now, when you perform on stage, do you ever get stage fright? And if you do, how do you overcome it?
I get stage fright every time. Well, I've never gotten stage fright to the point where I'm like frozen on stage. Okay. But I've forgotten words. I've kind of messed up my beats that I was making. I've done all kinds of things like that. I get nervous every time I get onto the stage. Okay. But then as soon as I open my mouth and start performing, usually the nerves go away.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, we're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we're going to have more with Geminelle. Join us for Fright Fest on October 25th. We're going to have a party bus with food, drinks, souvenirs, a live taping, and of course, me, your host, Miss E. Breezy. Make sure you wear your costumes. We're giving out $100 for the best costume on the bus. So come on, bring your friends, everybody. We're going to have so much fun. You don't want to miss out on this one. I'll see you soon. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Behind the Grind. We're sitting here with Geminelle. So I wanted to ask you before, what was the first song you performed?
What was one of the first songs I performed? It was probably in church. I think, The Secret to My Success was the name of the song. Oh. I'm surprised I remember that. But yeah, I definitely started singing in church. I think one of the first songs that I had written that I performed, I actually wrote for my best friend. And it was just basically a song about our relationship and, kind of how friends fall off and, get back together and become friends again. So
you guys are friends again now?
Oh, yeah. It's still my best friend. It's like 20 years in the making.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah.
And cherish that because they're hard to come by.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
What was the most memorable time on stage for you?
I guess it's kind of a bad... good memory. I was opening up a concert for Marie Benery. This is when she's a hip hop violinist and she was first coming out. Pretty big show, and I was out doing sound check and I dislocated my knee during sound check. So it was pretty crazy, emotional night. And they asked me if I still wanted to go on, and I said yes. And so I did the whole performance with like a dislocated knee. And I just couldn't dance. I had to stand still. And then by the end of the night, like my knee was like super swollen. But yeah, definitely one of those shows that I'll never forget.
And how old were you?
I was 14, 15. I don't know.
It was a long time ago you did say
that. I forgot.
Okay, so what advice can you give young men and women who want to pursue this as their career?
I think it's important to understand the music business for yourself, enough to kind of be able to manage yourself and to be able to know what decisions are going to be right for you, and what are wrong for you, because a lot of people will try to scam you in the music business. It's a money-making industry, and much like anything that's a money-making industry, a lot of people are going to be looking out for their best interests and not yours. So I think it's good to know what it is that you're trying to accomplish for yourself. Right. That way you can help kind of maneuver through those decisions.
And do you have a manager?
I do have a manager, and she's a friend of mine. I chose it based off of people that I trust, because I've had experience in the industry where it was shady. Things that were dealt with were shady, and so I'm very particular about who I work with now.
Do you want to get signed to a record label?
Not necessarily. Not in this day and age. That you don't necessarily need to, because everything is, on the internet, and there's a lot of do-it-yourself artists. If I did end up being signed and it was the proper deal, then that would be wonderful. But it's not something that I'm aiming for or pursuing. It's just more of I want to make music, and I'd like to be heard, and eventually I'd like to be doing this for a living. So
you're doing this to get a message out. This is for yourself more so. It's not to really make money.
It would be great to make money. It'd be wonderful to make money. But no, more so I'm doing it because I'm passionate about it and because I believe in it. And I believe that I was given this talent for a reason, so I want to use it positively. And you know, there's so few positive female role models in the industry right now. It would be really wonderful to be someone who can shed positive light for young women that are coming up.
That's awesome. Now, name 2 women that you would love to work with.
Erykah Badu.
Okay, love her.
Man, I would say Missy Elliott, because I really love Missy Elliott. I know that she's not as active in the music industry, you know. But I would still love to meet her and, you know, to be able to work alongside her. That would be wonderful.
Have you ever met a celebrity?
Yeah, I've met a few. I guess the biggest one would be Beyonce. I met Beyonce a long time ago.
How was that?
It was cool. She's very friendly. She was real down to earth, which was, you know, surprising because she's Beyonce. Yes. But yeah, she was really cool. So I did have a chance to meet her. But I've met a lot of celebrities in my lifetime. For the most part, it's been in really good circumstances, and you know, a lot of times I've had the opportunity to sing in front of them, which is, I think that's a big deal for, you know, anybody who's a rising artist, to be able to receive, you know, criticisms from someone who has already made it in the industry.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. Yeah. Beyonce, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So let me ask you, what's next for you? What's going on? Like, what's your next big project?
Well, right now I'm working on building my content, which means for me, getting more music out. I think I have maybe like 25 songs that are not recorded, that I just perform and stuff. So I would like to get those recorded and available for people to listen to. And then I do some production using a loop pedal, which is basically just like it repeats itself. So I beatbox, you know, I'll lay like a ukulele track or background vocals. So I'm working on some production, you know, working on blogging, getting photos out, and just creating a content base so that people have something to follow up with me when I have these shows. So that it's not, you know, they research me and they can't find anything. I would love for people to be able to find actual content.
Now, where can they find you?
Geminelle.com.
Okay.
It's, you know, you need me to spell it?
Yes, please.
Right, it's Geminelle.com. Just my first name, and everything. You can find everything about me there.
You're on SoundCloud.
I'm also on SoundCloud,
Okay.
Yes.
Now
SoundCloud, Bandcamp, Reverb Nation, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
All right, everybody, so you all know where you can find her. Hopefully you guys look her up. We're going to take another short break, but when we get back, we're going to have a performance by Geminelle.
What's up, it's your boy, comedian Rip Michaels, MTV's Wild Out, coordinating him, her, and BET's Common View, and so many other shows. Single father that's out here doing it, making it happen, all right? And it's all about behind the grind. If you're an artist, this is where it starts. This is the journey that they take, all right? Big shout out to Miss E Breezy, one of the illest hosts, and big shout out to Nvision Studios, production extraordinaire. They do so much stuff. I just can't give them one title. They do it all. Understand? They even do babysitting, sell weed, and snacks. That's what they do. They got penny candy and cigarette gum. When the last time you had some cigarette gum candy? When the cigarette, what y'all about to do? You had cigarette candy? But it's all about behind the grind. So this is where you find out what's going on in entertainment, how they actually make it to the next level, and the journey that they took. And it's all a fun show. So watch the Rip Michaels episode, Behind the Grind.
Feels like the sun will shine today. I don't know why, I just woke up feeling that way. Maybe I'm just beaming. I've got a hold of a beautiful feeling. Feeling so inspired, 'cause your love has got me wired. Will this love endure? I'm so sure, I'm so sure, I'm so sure. Ooh, 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 hopped up and smoked a little bit, worked out for just a little bit. With you on my mind, damn, you're so fine. I wish that you were already mine. Won't share even a little bit. I want you in the full effect. 'Cause when you are near, I know you're here, and I know I have nothing to fear. Oh, I'm so sure. I'm so sure, yeah. I'm so sure. I'm so sure. Yeah, I had a vision of a love everlasting. I didn't want to lose it, so I tried to make it happen. And all my enthusiasm, couldn't see that I was acting. Took my presence from the future as if I already had the mind. I jumped the gun again, I flew too high. The sun, he shot me down, I'm falling out of the sky. I'm tumbling towards the ground, I'm screaming out, God, why? He said, if you gonna be this cocky, better learn how to fly. So I said, you really be on my head, but I know when it's not a blessing, it's a lesson instead. And I promise you I'm taking every lesson I've learned, and with this inspiration from you from this past I will turn. So even though I'm kinda anxious about the story you wrote, I keep in mind all of the times you helped me stay afloat. So when I find myself cocky trying to fly a little higher, I know to chill a little as you fly nearby. As you fly nearby. As you fly nearby. As you oh, I'm so sure. I'm so sure, yeah. I'm so sure. 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 I'm so sure.
Hey everyone, and thank you for watching Behind the Grind. I hope you guys enjoyed that special performance by Geminelle. I sure did. Now make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I'll see you next time.
Oh gosh, you got the giggles.
Sorry, okay, let me do it one more time.
He's like, you gotta get it all out.
That's not rolling yet, is it?
I just kept it going.
Oh, my bad. Can we start again? A piece of hair that gets in there gets irritated and starts turning pink. It's a lot with contact. It's not easy. It's not easy being breezy.
Oh, here we go.
So creative.
It's fine.
Your love has got me wired.